Hello, everybody. Greetings to all. Welcome to the Snooker Hall podcast. I'm Dan Murren. The 2025 English Open is in the books. Congratulations to Mark Allen. What a performance throughout the week. He certainly didn't do things the easy way. More on the pistol momentarily. Before we analyse the final and Mark Allen's performance, let's take a look at the event on a wider scale. To begin with, let's talk about the venue, the Brentwood Centre. I know it gets a bit of stick in the media and amongst snooker fans, but you know what? It really isn't that bad. It's not that bad. It was better than last year. Much better than last year. During, I think it was the semi-final, maybe it was the final. In fact, no, I'm pretty sure it was the semi-final. Neil Robertson made a comment to the audience about how humid, about how stuffy and sweaty it was in the auditorium. I like that word, auditorium. Dominic Dale uses it, and I'll give him kudos for that. But Neil made a comment, and it was noticeable. I don't know if there were some extra air conditioning units to kill that humidity. Whatever the reason, it worked. I felt perfectly comfortable in the arena. I can't complain. Legroom? Not too bad. Not too bad. It could be better. It's better than Alexandra Palace. That much is for sure. And according to friend of the show, Rob Francis, it's better than Cheltenham too. Apropos Rob Francis, you can expect him to return to the Snooker Hall podcast very soon. Legroom. Actually, yeah, let's take Rob as an example. Rob, well, I'm what? 6 feet? 6'1", maybe? But Rob is taller than me, so it is more difficult. He posted a photo on his X profile showing how tight the space is. It's ridiculous. Brentwood is not that bad. I was only there for the final. Now, during the afternoon session, I was on the green side of the table, Zhao Yulong's side of the table, we'll say. And there were spaces. I was there with my wife, and there was space on both sides, so we could kind of stretch a little bit. So that was nice. And during the evening session, I was on the end of an aisle on the opposite, on Mark Allen's side. So I switched for the evening session. So again, I could stretch a little bit. So maybe I didn't really suffer the consequences of cramped seating. But I felt comfortable physically. Obviously, for an evening session which started at 7 p.m. and went on past midnight, I was grateful to have that extra little bit of room, that luxury. And also, at the end of each frame, I was standing up. Some of those frames went 40 minutes, 45 minutes, half an hour. Oh, it was more on that match in a moment. In terms of the venue, in the past, I got the Elizabeth line to Brentwood, but I was there for 3-4 days. This time, I was only there for the day. My schedule was pretty tight, but I managed to find a day to go to the final. And to be honest, my wife and I Ubered from my mum's house. By the time you buy 2 train tickets out into London and back out to Brentwood, it wasn't actually that much more expensive to take an Uber for us. So we did that. Upon the conclusion of the afternoon session, my wife and I went for a cheeky Nando's in Brentwood. My original plan was to go to the Fish House. It's really good fish and chips, and it's in the town. But it's closed on Sunday. But that might be a blessing in disguise, possibly. I've eaten a lot of fish and chips over the last few weeks. I was in Scotland for a week before heading down to Brentwood. I was in Aberdeen, where I tried the King Rib Supper for the first time. It's something I heard about on a football podcast about over 4 years ago now. And it sounds really good. So I tried it for the first time, and it was a treat. The King Rib Supper. Highly recommended. I had haddock and chips in Banchory, which is just outside Aberdeen. Possibly, and this might sound like an exaggeration, possibly the best fish and chips I've ever eaten in my life. Absolutely fantastic. Then in Fort Augustus, not too far from Loch Ness, I had another King Rib Supper and more chips, and then ended up doing it again in Inverness. So I was maybe grateful to mix it up and eat some chicken in Nando's, but I don't really want to look at another chip until October. What was I talking about? Enough about food. The Brentwood Centre, the venue. It's been discussed ad nauseum, so a little more won't hurt. You can smell the chlorine from the swimming pool in the building, without question. Is that a problem? Honestly, not really. It's not that strong a smell. It is there, but once you're in the auditorium, you can't notice it. In terms of location, yeah, it's a 25-minute walk each way into town. The weather on Sunday was pleasant. There was a nice breeze. There were a few hours to kill before the evening session got underway. So after our cheeky Nando's, we headed back to the venue where I had a word with a few fellow snooker fans, as well as some notable snooker personalities. Let's see what they had to say. I'm here inside the Brentwood Centre with friend of the Snooker Hall podcast, Leo Scullion. Hi there.
Hi Dan, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm enjoying the final so far.
Yeah, it's been good.
You are not here as the ref. Kevin Dabrowski is here in that role. I'll be speaking to him later on. What are you doing here?
I am now, well, I have been for a couple of seasons now, an assessor with World Snooker. So I'm here in the role of the assessor. So I've been here all week, watching the referees and sort of trying to find some good tips to give them from my hopefully vast knowledge. But now we've had a couple of new referees here from Q School who are sort of dipping their toe into this level. And it's a big jump. So I'm here to see what I can do to help.
Well, a crowd this size is a little bit more intense, a bit more pressure, more spotlight than the Q Tour, yeah. So this is Kevin's first ranking event final. What was yours? Do you remember?
It was China Open.
Okay.
Yeah,
Beijing
2010, I think it was. Judd Trump, Marcel B. Trump beat Marcel B.
Yeah, so they didn't really go on to achieve much in the game. So
Nah.
Ben's, as at times you're an assistant tournament director, am I right? Are you here in that role this week or no?
No, purely
just
as an assessor.
Okay.
From time to time, I help out. I mean, to use the title assistant tournament director in its broadest possible sense. I'm about rung one on the ladder of that. It's just so that there's more of us have some knowledge of what goes on behind the scenes, because it's such a busy season for the tournament directors, like Paul Collier, Martin Clark, Ross Spencer, Jan is doing it now as well. So, and there's an overlap of events. So we were in Wuhan, came straight back, and these things started. Tomorrow starts Cheltenham, the British Open. Yeah. So there's an overlap, and we need people to know what they're doing. Yeah. But the main tournament directors will remain those who are doing it.
Fair enough, yeah.
We just follow the instructions.
But it's been a long week for you.
Oh, yeah.
So you're kind of...
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are the long days because there's 5 sessions.
Yeah.
So those days I was here from... session started 10, so I was here from 9 in the morning till end of play.
Okay. Well, I won't keep you. Let's see if I can find Kevin Dabrowski.
Yeah.
Leo, thanks for your time.
As always, Dan, it's a pleasure.
Absolutely. So, inside the Brentwood Centre with...
Ian,
pleasure to meet you. I'm Dan. Were you here for the afternoon?
It was indeed, yeah.
What do you think?
Thoroughly enjoyed the afternoon. It's my first time actually at a major snooker event. So I'm very
welcome.
It's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Any hope of Zhao come back tonight, do you think?
Yeah. If he'd taken an extra throw in that last session, yeah. I think that's the thing. And I think he knows that as well. Hence the sort of the banging of the cue at the very end of that session. Yeah. I think he knew that straight away. I don't think he realised I had an opportunity, and I don't know, the score as it is now, unfortunately, can only probably see it going one way, not being too much closer. But hey, you never know. Is there plenty of time for a reset? He's obviously played well enough to get here to this stage, to the final. So
he's beaten 3 world champions on the way here. So Mark Williams, Mark Selby, and who else did he beat? Who did he beat in the quarters? I can't remember. Anyway, he beat 3 world champions to get here. We saw last year, Wu Yiza, he was 7-1 down, and he made a fight of it. You wouldn't rule it out completely?
Not at all. But I just think Mark just looks like he's playing well.
Yeah, looks like he's in.
He's in the thing. He looks composed. He's potting well. He's playing defensively well. He's just playing good all-round snooker, and that's probably taking its toll as well a little bit.
Yeah. So, someone said to me, and I didn't think of it this way, but even if this first mini session goes 2-2, then it's 8-4. Then it's sudden death for sure. Then it's big pressure. He needs at least 3-1 hit. Absolutely. In the first mini session. And if he loses the first frame, it could be a real body.
That's what we were discussing. I think he needs that first frame. It's not all over on that first frame, but he really needs it. He needs it, yeah. And he needs to show that intent, and that gives Mark something to think about then.
Absolutely, yeah. I think he's just gifted him one or two too many opportunities.
Absolutely.
Mark, in this mood, he's got killer instincts as Mark Allen.
Yeah.
He's a nasty player, and that's a compliment. It's yeah. Final score predictions.
Do you think you'll get one more?
Do you think he'll get one more? I think Chan might get one more, but I think that'll be it.
So you don't think we'll see past the mid-session interval?
I'm not sure we will, to be honest. I'd love to say we would. I'd love to take it down to the last frame, but
that'd be nice. Get our money's worth, yeah.
but yeah, I think I agree. I think he might nick one, but I think we're probably looking at 8-3 at best. But we'll see.
We'll see.
Like
Never know.
Anything can happen.
Let's hope we get a good match in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for your time, guys.
No worries.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I'm here with the man in charge today, Kevin Dabrowski, former guest of the Snooker Hall podcast. Today is your first ranking event final. What are you feeling? Are you excited? Nervous?
I start by saying it's actually my third ranking event final, but my first two were shootout events, so I'm not surprised that not everybody counts them as ranking events, because obviously they're not ranking events as in normal snooker, but shootout. So still, I guess that experience helps you to approach such games like any other game, really, without any excitement. I think that's very important to just do your job like you would in any other game, because I think that there isn't that much difference between them. But it's still, of course, very exciting and great to have such a pleasure to referee such a game.
Okay. Obviously, this matchup will be a bit longer than the shootout finals, so your concentration will need to last obviously a lot longer. But
20 times longer or something, even more.
Which years did you ref the shootout finals?
It was 2020 and 2023.
Who won those? So 23 would be Mark Allen?
No, it was Chris Wakelin with that big clearance, one break. And in 2020, it was Michael Holt.
Michael Holt, the hitman. Okay. Yeah.
So funnily enough, although I only had 3 finals in total without this one, because I also did the Golden Bowl in Riyadh last year, I did ref both of the players that are playing in that final today at other occasions, at other finals, because Joe Yulong was Michael Holt's opponent, and Mark Allen won the Golden Ball in December.
Of course, yeah, that's
so
true.
It's familiar territory.
Yeah, okay. And it's been a long week for you?
Yeah, you can say that. These events are being played over at least a week, so you do ref a lot of games. Obviously, I had a late finish 2 days ago, which was still very exciting. So I'd say that these are the kinds of games you want as a referee. But obviously, I'm well rested today, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Well, as I said, former guest of the Snooker Hall podcast, hopefully future guest of the Snooker Hall podcast as well.
I hope
it goes well for you this evening. And,
I hope so as well.
Thanks, Kev.
Thank you very much.
So we're inside the Brentwood Centre with
Martin.
Were you here for the afternoon session?
Yeah, we're here for the afternoon session and for the evening as well.
Okay. What do you think of the first session?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Obviously, it looks a bit one-sided at the moment, but I thought Alan had a great start. Yeah, I think, and the venue as well. I quite like the venue.
Okay.
Not
a little bit hot?
No, do you know what? I didn't think it was hot enough.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No. I've been to Ali Pali and I thought it was a lot. I said that earlier, didn't I? But I didn't think it was as hot in there as it was elsewhere I've been. Yeah, no.
So you go to a lot of events?
We've been to we've been to Ali Pali probably 3 or 4 times. It's the first time I've been to this one, and then my friend here, he's Paolo. He's been to Sheffield a few times. Once. When you saw Ronnie win, didn't you, last of the year? Yeah.
So how did you get here?
So today we've come from Bournemouth.
Okay.
So we came on a coach this morning into London, and then we got an Uber we're staying in Brentwood in the Premier Inn there.
Yeah.
So we just got like an Uber or one of those local, what was it name called? Bolt. Yeah, one of those kind of, and they're pretty decent, pretty cheap. You know, they'll pick you up and just drop you off.
Yeah.
And then we've just been to something to eat. Now we come back now. I think Alan would still win though.
Did you get something from the vendor outside?
No, we went into the Black Horse, just in about 10 minutes away by car.
Okay.
It's like a local pub.
I don't know that one.
It's nice, but tonight I think Alan will still go through and win it. You know, what is it? 5-2.
He's 6-2.
6-2.
He's looking solid, isn't he? He's not really missing much.
He's
no.
looking.
When he gets to the table, he's pretty smooth, isn't he?
The other guy does look good, but he's just missing a few balls when he at a crucial time, isn't he?
I think he's maybe looking a bit nervous. Maybe is it the first final he's been in?
It's been in a few, but it's his first one for about 3 years.
Final years ago.
Okay.
He's got, I think if Alan wins, you know, like they say mid-session, but if it goes 2-2, then Alan will win.
3-1.
3-1, it's still open, isn't it? 3-1. But if it's 2-2, then I can't see he's only one away, doesn't he? It's 9, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perhaps a 9, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so
He will have.
He'll really one away. So basically he's got to win 3-1.
He's got to win the first frame, hasn't he?
Yeah. Otherwise,
He's got to win the first
He
frame.
looked like he did business when he put up the first frame, 132 away or something like that, straight off the bat.
It's a statement.
Yeah.
But then the other guy looked good as well, didn't he, when he was in with the ball, he just missed that couple at a crucial time.
And I'm a little bit surprised. Like, it's his third or fourth final. And I spoke with Kevin Dabrowski about 5 minutes ago, and he refed him in the shootout final a few years ago. But I saw a stat that he's been in 15 ranking event quarterfinals.
Right.
And I wouldn't have thought that. But it shows that over the years, he's been consistent. He's just never got over the line, and it would have seemed that that's going to be the case again today. So.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. No.
I think it's different because there are so many good players now, though, isn't there? That's the thing, isn't
problem,
it?
Yeah. If you don't win it, someone else will.
Yes.
Someone else will step up.
It's like, when you look at the first few rounds, you look like the last, what was it, 128, whatever you like, there's a lot of players in it like that, and then even the ones that are getting knocked out, you think, they've only got to like round 1, round 1 or 2 and 3, and people that you expect to get further, but because there's so many good players now. And as I said, with the short format as well, apart from even in semi-finals, not that.
Yes, first to 6, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be on it straight away, haven't you? Really, you can't really grow into the frame, can you?
If you're 3, well, Mark Allen apparently you can.
Yeah,
he can, but not many can. Yeah.
Not many can.
Yeah.
But he's looking good.
Yeah. Final prediction, final score prediction.
I reckon it'll be 9.
I think it'd be something like 9-5, something like that. Yeah, maybe. Can't go wrong, Harry.
I'm going to say 9-7 to Joe. I'm saying he's going to make a comeback for the sake of it.
Excellent. Yeah,
that's what you want for the podcast.
That is what we want. Yeah.
Yeah, you want a good atmosphere in there, don't we, for the evening sessions? The evening sessions are normally quite
bit more
good atmosphere. Yeah. Everyone's had a couple.
I think the crowd will be behind
come
them.
up
Night, it's like football matches. Night time's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No, and I think the crowd will be behind them tonight. So give them a boost. Thanks for your time, gents.
Yeah, thank you.
very much.
Cheers now.
So, inside the Brentwood Centre with
Buddy
and
Andy.
I'm Dan. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you weren't here this afternoon?
No, we just came for the final session.
Do you think you'll have a long session? Or...
No,
probably
I
not.
don't think so. But it's going to be a pretty short session.
Yeah, Alan's going to take it.
So you think it's going to be a quick,
Yeah,
clean kill?
Well, I'm hoping it will get back to 6-6, so it's a longer session.
It could happen.
Yeah.
It could happen.
What do you think is going to happen based on what
I think he might get another couple of frames, but I can't see him winning this from the start. That last frame, if he pulled it back to 5-3 before the end of the first, you never know. Yeah. So someone said to me about 5-6 minutes ago that even if this mini session goes 2-2, then it's 8-4 and it's sudden death for him. Then he needs 5 on the bounce, which is probably not going to happen. So he needs at least 3-1 in the first mini session. Yeah. Final score prediction?
I say 9-3.
9-3.
9-4.
9-4. So you think we'll get a mid-session interval? Yeah. Okay. And this is your first time in Brentwood Centre?
This is my first time watching snooker live.
Welcome. So, and yourself? First time
I'm watching live 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting old, man.
But
welcome back.
But it used to be Pop Black.
Okay, yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
And your thoughts on the venue?
It's alright, it's Brentwood, isn't it?
It's alright, yeah. It's alright, yeah. Fair enough.
No, because I wanted to watch snooker, yeah, but I didn't want to go all the way up to Sheffield to go to the thing. So I was like, I see one at Brentwood.
And you're not paying like 150 quid a ticket.
That's right.
Because what's the ticket here for a session? It's like, I think for the final session it's like 40 odd quid each.
Yeah, we paid like 90 quid or something.
Yeah, so that's not bad really when you look at it like that. Well, I hope you get your money's worth.
Thank
we
you
might
very
not, but I hope it goes to 9798. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks for your time.
You have a lovely day.
Oh, we of little faith, and I include myself in that. After the first session, I thought there's no chance of a comeback here. Like many of the fans you've just heard, and others I spoke to that I didn't record, I didn't even think we'd get to a mid-session interval in the evening. It looked as though Zhao was overwhelmed by the occasion, but he gets immense credit for the way he fought back. Mark Allen won the first session 6-2, but from the next 7 frames, Zhao Yulong won 6-1. So, if anything, that's even more impressive. What changed? Mark Allen was slightly more conservative in the evening. Okay, he was missing a few chances that in the afternoon maybe he would not have missed. The afternoon, he looked ruthless. He was in that zone. And I'm going to draw a lot of comparisons between last year's final in Brentwood and this year's final. Let's look at the similarities. We have a proven winner, a veteran player, versus... Would we count Zhao Yulong as inexperienced? This was his 4th ranking event final. He's more experienced than Wu Yize was last year, but he hasn't won a ranking event. So we've got a proven winner versus a player seeking their first ranking trophy. That is a similarity. In terms of scoreline, after the first session last year, Neil Robertson was 7-1 up. Nobody gave Wu Yize a chance. This year, 6-2 for Mark Allen. Nobody gave Zhao Yulong a chance. The evening session begins. The fight back is on. The veteran is under pressure this year and last. And in order to save the final, it takes a fluke. Neil Robertson fluked a match when he was 8-7 up and really under the cosh. This year, Mark Allen was 8-7 down, having been 6-2 up. And he fluked a snooker. Had Zhao Yulong got a clean shot at that green, the way he was playing, you'd fancy him to take it. Even under that pressure, you'd fancy him to knock it in. And then, I think he was 1 or 2 balls away from victory. Luck didn't go his way on that occasion. Mark Allen admitted as much in the interview afterwards. But that's the way it goes sometimes. I just hope that Zhao Yulong can take the positives from this. He beat Mark Williams, he beat Luca Brissell, he beat Mark Selby, 3 world champions on his way to the final. And he almost beat Mark Allen, one of the best players of this generation. He almost did it. And it was only a bit of luck that stopped him from doing it this time. I'd love to see him in another final very soon. I hope this doesn't get him down. I can't blame him for being crushed. You could see him in the arena after the match. He was gutted. He was absolutely gutted. It looked like he was nearly in tears. And I can't blame him. To go through that pressure for so many hours and come up short because of something beyond your control. yeah, it's got to be tough to take. I am not and will never be a professional snooker player, but I can't imagine the pressure of trying to win your first ranking event, and when you get so close to have it snatched away from you. The man has my sympathy. But Mark Allen, how do we say this delicately? He showed cojones this week. He showed guts. He showed grit. We've always known that Mark Allen, technically, is a fine snooker player. One of the best, easily. But for him to win a ranking event, having won 5 deciding frames against players like Elliot Slesser, one of the best players of the season so far. Number 5 on the one-year ranking list, Stuart Bingham, former world champion. Jack Jones made the World Championship final just last year. Like, these aren't easy players to play against. Like, they know what they're doing on a snooker table. But for whatever reason, Mark Allen just stepped it up in those deciders, and it was the same in the final. At 8-all, Zhao had 2 chances. Mark had 1 at the start of the frame, and he put in a 60-odd break. During that break, he didn't look like missing. He just didn't look like missing. He looked calm, he looked composed. On many of those shots, he couldn't have placed the cue ball better with his hand. It was immaculate, perfect even. And it was just what he needed to do. But that's the experience of now 12 ranking titles and none for the opponent. He's proven it, he's been there, he's done it, he knows how to win. And my wife said something to me as we were walking out of the arena. Mark Allen, in that deciding frame, was a stone cold killer. And as I said to one of the fans in the Brentwood Centre, he has that nasty streak in him that you need. And that is a compliment. It's such an impressive performance throughout the week for Mark Allen. And in the interview, he was able to joke about it, saying that I think he's given value for money this week. And do you know what? I think he gave a little bit too much value for money. That was a tough session to sit through, from 7 o'clock all the way through past midnight. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I was on the end of that aisle. Yeah, I'm not 22 anymore. So after some of those longer frames, my legs were feeling a little bit stiff. I had to stand up. A little bit too much value for money. I'll be a little bit quicker next time, Mark. But if it results in him winning a trophy, I don't think Mark Allen cares. And nor should he. Nor should he. He's now level with Sean Murphy on 12 ranking titles. And he's 3/4 of the way to winning what I think we should call the Home Nation Series Grand Slam, maybe? If he can take home the Ray Reardon Trophy when we get to the Welsh Open, he'll be the first player to do it. And that would be another first for Mark Allen. He's already the only player to have made a maximum at the UK Championship, the Masters, and the World Championship. Kudos to him for that as well. But to be the first player to win all 4 of the Home Nation Series events, that's a pretty big achievement. You wouldn't blame him for putting a lot of focus on the Welsh Open now. But the World Championship is the one he really wants. He's proven this week that he can stick it out over long matches. Okay, the format of the matches, not so long, best of 7, best of 9, best of 11. But for 5 rounds, he played every frame. That is a far longer match than a lot of the players had played this week. And if this is just a little taster of how he is going to perform in matches of a longer length in terms of time, then it will be intriguing to see how he gets on at the Crucible this season. You can never discount the pistol. Congratulations to Mark Allen. Let's see how his season unfolds from here. That is a wrap for this week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for checking out the Snooker Hall podcast. Over the coming weeks and months, you can expect more guests on the Snooker Hole podcast to find out more about different parts of the game, hear more experiences from different people involved with the sport, and to look back and analyse how the season has unfolded so far. Next week, we'll take a look back at the British Open, which is happening right now in Cheltenham, and I will tackle some correspondence that I have received from the Snooker Hall community. Thank you for getting in touch. If you would also like to get in touch, the email address is contactus@thesnookerhall.com, or you can get in touch on X, Blue Sky, or Instagram. The handle for all of those platforms is @thesnookerhall. I have half an eye on Barry Hawkins versus Yuan Sijun, so I'm going to watch that match now. I love watching Barry Hawkins play. Keep an eye on your podcast feed for future episodes. I hope you enjoy the action in Cheltenham, and until next time, take care.